Good morning, everybody. Again, we're calling to order the Prison Board of Inspectors for September 10th at 8:02. If you would please mute yourself by using the Blue Jeans application, the little microphone. You can just click that and it'll mute you if you're not speaking. And we'd be happy to receive public comment whenever there's the opportunity to do so. So this is the first time to do so. Is there any public comment for any items that it does not appear on today's agenda? We'd be happy to accept public comment. You can simply unmute yourself and we will recognize you at this time. Just want to check, any public comment at this time? Okay. Hearing and seeing none, when there are items under discussion, feel free to, again, unmute yourself and we can recognize you for public comment. We'll move approval of the minutes, and we look for a motion to approve those minutes from our August meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second, Commissioner Higgins.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. Any further discussion on them? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Okay, hearing none, the motion has carried and the minutes are approved. We'll move now to our monthly reports and turn it over to our warden. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, everybody. Going through our returning citizens report, Center County Mental Health with Amy Miller. A year ago, she's seen 88 individuals. This year, she did a phone interviews of 23. She referred 4 to Penn State Psych and 2 to Crossroads Mental Health. Dr. Wolf's been doing virtual meetings. He's seen 4 individuals 3 times for the last 4 weeks. That's been doing real well. Crossroads are virtual meetings as well as drug and alcohol. We have 2 male individuals that were seen 4 times this month. 0 females. The mental health group is 2 males 4 times per month and 2 females 4 times this month. The Center County Compass program, the male group is 10 returning citizens. They're seen 3 times per week for the last 4 weeks. Female groups is 7 returning citizens, 3 times per week, 4 weeks. Work release, community reentry, is Centerpiece is 0. However, September 1st, we actually got our first individual out to Centerpiece working, so which that's a big plus for Centerpiece as well as our community here inside the jail, getting to do some other work and relieve the stress of being confined. County maintenance has not requested anybody. We have 0, and we have 1 individual on grounds. No eligible work release at this time. Work release non-eligible snapshot on 8/31/2020. 1 refused. We have 8 that are DC disciplinary custody and history. 2 that has medical reasons why they are unable to work. 6 nature of charges. 5 pending new charges. 1 detainer. 1 was removed from work release, 1's on quarantine, and 4 is pending outside clearances. And the 4 that's pending outside clearances, they're in the new Compass program. So right now, this week, or beginning next week, we're going to be meeting with Counselor Danielle and Counselor Webb to discuss how well they're progressed through Compass and if they're ready for outside clearance. A snapshot of our Center County population on 8/31/2020. Our total population that day was 162. Center County population is 114, 23 females, 91 males. County sentence were 29. Out of the 29, you had 9 females, 20 males. Unsentenced is 80, 13 females and 67 males. And we have 5 that are state sentenced waiting to go to the DOC. 1 female, 4 males. Our Tenon County population is 48, 20 females, 28 males. County sentence out of that number is 14, 4 females, 10 males. Unsentenced is 34, 16 females, 18 males. State sentence is 0. Here's a daily population average from the August 1st to the 31st of the blue line is Center County. Where we started at was 92, and the 31st we are at 114 of Center County population. Kendall County, we started at 56 and we ended up at 50. Returning citizen service report, our behavior modification status, we have 8 on tier 1 and 8 on tier 4. Co-occurring disorders, mental illness, and drug addictions. A year ago, it was 37 out of 137 intakes. This year is 23 out of 81, which is 38.4%. Only 21 were on medications upon the intake. Out of the 23, 15 was from center, 10 males, 5 females, 8 from other counties, 3 males, 5 females. Suicide watch a year ago was 12. This past year of August was 17. Out of the 17, 10 was from center, 7 males, 3 females, 7 from out of counties, 4 males, 3 females. Out of the 17, 3 were detoxing. All 3 were out of Center County, 1 male, 2 females. Detox total a year ago was 46, 45 from center and 1 from another county. This year we had 24, 16 males, 5 females. Out of the 24, 14 was from center, 19 males, 5 females, and 10 from out of county, 7 males and 3 females. Our substance detox numbers, heroin opiates is 11, 4 from center, 7 from other. Benzos were 4, 3 from center, 1 from another. Meth was 3, all from center. We had 2 from alcohol, which was out of county. And our multi was 4 total. 3 heroin and benzo was from center, and 1 heroin and alcohol was from center. Our facility initiative medical assistant treatment is still on hold due to COVID-19, so there's no new injections at this time. Our prime care report, inpatient hospital, we had 1 individual for 1 day, 1 low blood sugar. COVID-19 testing for returning citizens is still the same number that's been since April. We had 6 positive back in April, and we have 37 negatives. Total seen by physician or PA a year ago was 91. This past August was 89. Total medical transports to outside facilities a year ago we had 2. This past August we had 12. Mental health condition individuals seen a year ago was 241, and our count was 250 at that time. With our ADP was 159 this past month, so the conditions seen 128. Mental health patients on psychotropic medication a year ago was 137, which was 54.8% of our population of 250. August is 99. 62.3% of our population of an ADP 159. Daily average patient diagnosed with mental health, a total of 117 out of 159 ADP. A year ago, category C was 103 with 41.2%, and category D was 19 with 7.6%. This past August was 101, which is 62.5% or ADP. And the category D is 16 with 10.1% of the ADP. Our mental health stability rating, as code 1 or stability code 1 is 21 individuals in our facility. Code B is 10. Code C is 97. That's our larger population amount, which consists of 59% of our total population. Category D is 14. Which is 9% of our population, with a total count of 149. Awaiting to be placement is 14, and our total population for a snapshot of that date was 163. Mental health stability rating by county. Our stability code A is Center County is 18 males, 1 female, total of 19. Out of county is 2 males. Category B is 13 males, 1 female with a total of 14. Out of county is 1 male, 2 females, total of 3. Our stability code C is Center County is 48 males, 20 females, total of 68. Out of county is 17 males, 12 females with total of 29. Category D is 6 males from center, 1 female. total of 7. Out of county is 3 males, 4 females, total of 7. Inmate grievances report. This past August, we had 5 grievances. A year ago, we had 35. We had 1 non-grievable, non-founded. 1 grievable nothing was founded, and no appeals to the first or second level appeal, and we refused 3. Our central booking numbers, since they have been increasing, since we've been doing more fingerprints, so forth, on evening shift. This year, August was 231. A year ago was 226. We added 5 more this year. 11 to 7 shift was 33. 7 to 3 was 26. 311 was 172. And that's it for my reports.
Thank you, Warden. We'll pause now for any questions, comments, clarifications for any of the monthly reports the Warden reviewed. So again, feel free to mute yourself and we'll have a conversation as a board of inspectors and then welcome any public comment. Okay, hearing no discussion from the board, any public comment on any of these reports?
Michael, I have a question about the number of visits to outside physicians. I know you can't give us any specific detail, but in general, that seemed like a big increase.
The one good point that Deputy Irwin was bringing is the offices started opening up more for us to be able to have outside physicians to see our returning citizens. So that's why the number is increased at this time. And currently we have, I think we have a few pregnant females right now that's taking a lot of our doctor visits and so forth. So
I was going to guess that. Thank you.
No problem.
Any other questions from the public on any of these items? Okay, hearing none, we'll move forward then. To old business, we have just a discussion as we always do on the facilities COVID-19 operations. We'll start with programming.
Yes, we've been doing yoga and meditation for the men and yoga for the females, which have been working out really well. We received, I'm going to say, a truckload of new books from the AAUW, we received it and we cleaned those and we distributed a box to each of the units. So we're doing a rotation with all those new books as well. And any of the returning citizens request any books, I forward over to Connie or the AAUW, and they will try to look for them for us and so forth. So I really appreciate their effort of giving us those books at no cost, and we were able to distribute them to the program, to the units. We're still doing our Crossroads, mental health, drug and alcohol. We'll continue to do Dr. Wolf. Chaplains resumed. They are actually coming in and seeing the individuals through the glass on, I think the Mondays are the male chaplain comes in, and then Friday the female chaplain comes in and sees the individuals through the glass. So we're doing as much as we can. We actually started this Saturday. Penn State started the intramural program. It was a total of 10, I think, was in the class. 10 was in the class, and that went really well with the virtual meeting with Penn State, and Efron did a great job, and everybody really enjoyed that. We opened that back up to get that program started as well. And that's it.
Okay, thank you, Chris. We're going to move on to the visitation discussion, if there's any update on that one.
The visitation, we are preparing our lobby for social distancing. We've built some plexiglass around the officer's desk. We're actually completing a wall along the metal detector for security reasons, as well as protection. Be safe from the public, and then when the public comes in, we're getting some plans together for sanitation of the chairs, the phones, and so forth. So we're prepared in a sense of whenever we're ready as a correctional facility as well as the board approved for the visitation.
Does the Prison Board of Inspectors have any concerns with that process beginning for allowing individuals into the lobby with safety protocols in place in the lobby? And then, of course, Chris, these individuals would be allowed into the face-to-face meeting, but not in person. But there still would be a divider between them, correct?
Correct. It'll be through the glass. There'll be visitation through the glass for any family members, friends, loved ones that want to come in and visit the returning citizens.
Okay.
They would have to go through a temperature check. Oh, I'm sorry. They would have to go through a temperature check as well as questionnaire as anybody comes in our facility would have to go through. So, yeah, strict masking. We've instructed the returning citizens in each of the units that they must keep the mask on the entire time while they're doing the visit. Once it opens, they must keep their mask on entirely the whole time, and so forth.
Okay. Any concerns on this? I think we can give the warden and his team the go ahead to continue with this and begin it when they feel comfortable and appropriate. But any concerns on that? Okay. All right. None. Okay.
I think it's a great idea.
Okay. All right. Excellent. All right. So, Warden, I think the sense is proceed, and maybe at the October meeting, once you get everything finalized, or proceed when you feel comfortable. Sounds like maybe at the October meeting, if you wanted to take a picture, it'd be interesting to see. If you can, we always want to be sensitive about security, but maybe there's a photo or two that you could share from a non-sensitive standpoint that would show the outline of the facility. I think that'd be nice for us to see.
Not a problem. We could do so.
Okay, super. All right, great. Any public comment on that discussion? Any questions or feedback? Okay. All right. We will move on to the last one, future considerations.
Yes, I just want to thank the board for the visitation, the go ahead with that, and as the trustability for us to move forward on that. Future considerations during the COVID, we'll just one day at a time. Like I said, the courts, the DA, the public defender, the public, the paroles are really working well with us when they have to bring a new intake in. They're doing really well with us that they're bringing them in 2 at a time. Our quarantine, of course, we're maintaining enough that we have room if we get an influx of a large group. So I think we're doing well there. We don't have to look at any other avenues there for our future here with quarantining or trying to get people off quarantine at this time.
Okay. Thank you, Warden. Any other topics the board wanted to bring up underneath COVID-19 at this time? Okay. Any public comment on the future considerations or any other COVID-19 related items from the public? Okay, hearing none. We will proceed with the agenda then, and we are going to head into the new business, and we have a policy revision, and this is 419.
Correct. This is for our interior checks. I will not go into too much details, but we have changed the way we've been doing our interior checks, our security checks, and so forth. So the board was given the policy, and all the new language were in red for them. So any questions, they can reach out to me and go from there.
Warden, did you want to do an executive session on that or no? What was your preference on that?
That is totally up to the board. If they have questions that we need to discuss, I prefer to do that in exec due to the security of our institution. Okay,
sounds good. So we have the executive session at the end of the agenda. Would anybody be interested in going into executive session or asking questions in executive session, or are there no questions where we can just approve the policy revisions contained in policy 419? So any questions on that? We don't want to approve it. If there are, we can again go into executive session at the end of the meeting, come back out approve it. So any questions on that? Okay, if we're hearing no questions and there not being a need to go into executive session, we'd look for a motion to approve the revisions of that policy.
So moved.
Seconded.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded, moved by Commissioner Dershowitz, seconded by Sheriff Samsel. Any further discussion on the policy? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the revisions to policy 419, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
And any opposed, say nay. Okay. Hearing none, the motion carries unanimously. Okay, thank you, Chris. And we are going to then go into our monthly reports. We'll turn it over now to Carrie. Good morning, Carrie.
Good morning. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Just two quick updates. Our overdose numbers continue to be on the rise this year as we anticipated. As of September 5th, we had 9 accidental overdoses, 3 suicides by overdose, and 3 overdoses that are pending toxicology results. So that is where things stand with the overdose deaths. Also wanted to mention that PCCD met yesterday for their commission meeting and will be approving grants. I was notified about 2 weeks ago that our JAG grant that we submitted would be going before the commission. So hopefully we will get the official approval and I'll take that before the Board of Commissioners for acceptance. But that grant, if you recall, was for around $90,000, but that would fund the mental health position at the correctional facility. That would be a new position that we had talked about previously, as well as a new curriculum that the warden wanted to implement at the correctional facility called Decision Points, and then the ORAS training for both the correctional staff in the treatment side, and then our probation department would also get trained. It's going to be a little tricky how we're going to do the training. That might have to wait until next year when we can have more than 25 people or actually have people in a room together like that, because the trainers are coming from out of state. So we'll have to figure that out, how that's going to work. But it's exciting. So hopefully I'll have the official word, and that will go before the Board of Commissioners before the next prison board meeting in October. Is there any questions?
I have a question, but wait for the board.
Just briefly, Carrie, if something goes before the PC or before that board, is it typically approved?
Yes. If it's made it that far,
Okay.
yes. And I did receive an email that was the anticipation. So before it goes before the commission at PCCD, it's vetted through committees. And so it has to get to that point. So typically it's almost a guarantee, but until we get our official ward letter that I will then take before the Board of Commissioners for their acceptance, it's not official until we get that. I did check in the system this morning and they hadn't switched it over yet, but I wasn't anticipating they would because it just happened yesterday. So.
Sure. Okay. No, that's I just wanted to check on the timeline. And then in terms of the training, is ORAS something that can't be done virtually? Does it really need to be done in person?
I'm not sure. We'll have to check on that. The training, I can't remember I think it's 3 or 4 days, and it's for up to 30 attendees. So that's where we could get our probation officers and then the staff at the facility. So I'm not sure that we can do it virtually or not. We'll have to follow up with the university and see if that's possible.
Okay, understood. Okay. Thanks, Carrie. Any questions from the board or feedback on that before we open to public comment? Okay. Janet, I believe that you had wanted to make some comment on that.
No, I just had a question for Carrie. I'm not familiar with ZORAS, and maybe you could explain what this training does.
It's the ORAS, so it's the Ohio Risk Assessment System. So it's a risk assessment model. So it's implemented at correctional facilities, at probation departments, and it's assessing level of risk and need. So it's just the one that the county chose to go with. There's several models out there, but this is the one that we chose, and it was developed by the University of Cincinnati.
And so why did you choose it?
If I can weigh on this with you, Carrie, ORAS is really well known and data-based, evidence-based. So a lot of correctional facilities, state correctional facilities, county facilities, detention centers, so forth, uses this program, and they have data supporting, able to say that this is one of the top-notch programs to use for risk and needs assessments.
Okay, thank you so much.
I had a question for Carrie.
Sure,
Are
please,
you-
please.
Are you aware of the Yes to the Future and the Watch programs?
No, I'm not familiar with those.
I'll send that information on to you then.
Okay.
You're going to leave us hanging, Connie. Can you give us a, what is this?
They're both program. Well, one is a program run by. They're both actually out of Penn State and the CareerLink in it, and they serve their services to people who need additional education. And then this Watch program is specifically for training in health profession.
Okay. Oh, excellent. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Any other questions for Carrie? Okay, thank you as always, Carrie. We appreciate the update. Thank you.
Thank you.
And for the Prison Society, Janet, we'll turn it over to you to see if there's any comment at this time from you, Janet.
We have no report unless it might be that Connie has something.
I just wanted to verify that it's okay to go ahead and work with Jeff Haidt in being prepared to begin the parenting program as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yes.
Great. We're ready. I'll just wait for you guys to be ready.
Okay. Yeah, we can actually set that up through our Blue Jeans link through Chad Joyce or Natalie Smith. We can set that up that we can have it reoccurring. So we'll be the mediator on that and reach out to you with those links if that's what you'd like.
Great. We would like to begin. I just need the logistics of how to do it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And for centerpiece, we will. I'm looking over my the participant list. I did not see if Kathy had joined us yet, and I don't think she has. So
I think
we will.
Vacation.
Oh, is she? Okay, great.
Yeah, I
Well,
think she's on vacation. We talked last Thursday or Wednesday. We've talked and so forth. So I know she said she was going away for a few days. So I'm assuming that was her vacation for the week.
okay. Well, that sounds good. We wish her the best on vacation. We'll see her next meeting in October. Okay. Thank you, Chris, for that heads up on that. Okay, excellent. All right. Proceeding forward, it looks like we are at any announcements and adjournment. Anything else to come before the board or any other comments before we look to, again, adjourn at 8:31? Okay, we're hearing none. We look for a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Moved by the sheriff to adjourn, seconded by the controller. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Stay safe, everybody. We'll see you in October. Bye-bye.
Thank you.